We've got breaking news here on New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and a resolution to the Ben Simmons saga is here as he has rejected the New York Knicks one-year veteran minimum offer. The Knicks have been in conversations and negotiations with Ben Simmons for a while up to this point. They could not offer anything more than a one-year veteran minimum deal, and Simmons, he has rejected that contract. We'll tell you why coming up in a second, but this is why you subscribe to the channel. Because if the Knicks make a move, we make a video. In this case, they didn't make a move. Someone made a move on them, and they decided they did not want to play for the New York Knicks. We put out free videos every day. So subscribe, turn those notifications on, and help us get to our goal of 80,000 subscribers. Alrighty, Mark Stein was the one to break the news saying the Knicks, league sources said, indeed offered a one-year contract to Ben Simmons that the former All-Star has passed on. New York is limited to minimum contract offers as training camp draws near, and Simmons entered the summer hopeful of securing a contract above the minimum after he split last season between the Brooklyn Nets and the LA Clippers. Ben Simmons is going to Ben Simmons, baby. He is something else. I'll say this. He's true to himself. The ultimate flake. That's what he is. He's a flake. He flaked on the 76ers. He flaked on the Brooklyn Nets. And now, after weeks and months of conversations of trying to get him to sign with the New York Knicks, he has declined their offer. And we told you guys last week that Ben Simmons was, one, considering retirement and not playing in the NBA anymore, and two, that his agent, Bernie Lee, cut ties with him and no longer will represent him. And I was wondering, why would that happen? But as Lethal Shooter would say, I understand it now. The agent begged for the New York Knicks to give him a contract offer. They did. And Ben Simmons said no. So the agent said, you know what? You're not serious. I worked my butt off to get you that contract off from the New York Knicks. You told me you would probably take it. You end up doing what you do. You flaked. You said, I don't want to play for the veteran minimum. I'm too good for that. And the agent said, you know what? I don't want to work with you anymore because you are not serious. You do not want to be an NBA player at this point. Here I am on a Monday morning, pissed off because my Giants suck again. And now I'm pissed off at Ben Simmons. And he's not even a Knick. And you know what? Thank God. Thank God that the biggest flake in NBA history is not going to have the honor of wearing the best uniform in sports and having New York across his chest. He does not deserve that. I don't want to say I'm shocked, but I mean, come on, man. This was a great opportunity for you. But you know what? I don't think you're smart enough to notice when a good opportunity slaps you in the face. Unless a team's willing to pay you hundreds of million dollars for you to miss hundreds of basketball games. Stephen Bondi saying this last week. Ben Simmons has generated interest from the Knicks and another team, but is also questioning whether he even wants to continue to play in the NBA next season, the Post has learned. The former All-Star and Rookie of the Year, who has struggled recently with injuries and handling the public pressures of the league, is an option for the Knicks because of his upside as an elite defender and athlete to fill their backup point guard spot. However, Simmons, who has accumulated DNPs the past few seasons and over $200 million in career earnings, is sending a message that he isn't sure if he wants to continue. I think we're at the point where Ben Simmons may not actually play in the NBA next year. Who is going to sign him to more than the veteran minimum? You've proven a couple of things. You're a flake, you can't stay healthy, and you can't be counted on. So why would anybody contribute anything more than the minimum that they're allowed to pay a player? If you're not willing to play for the Knicks, a team that, one, was going to give you playing time, an opportunity to rehab your value on the biggest stage, and compete for an NBA title, who do you want to play for? No one's going to pay any more money. You already stole $200+ million from multiple NBA organizations. You've played 254 games in your career. Or you've missed. I don't even think he's played that many. He's missed 254 games in his career. And he made over $200 million. If I could make $1 million for every time I didn't show up to work, maybe I wouldn't want to work either. What sucks is Ben Simmons actually would have been a good basketball fit for the Knicks. What he brings to the basketball floor, the New York Knicks could have benefited from having another ball handler, somebody that's athletic, can get up and down the floor, someone that can guard multiple positions and allow Jalen Brunson to play off the ball. But it doesn't matter. He's a flake, and he said no to the New York Knicks. I'm now just pissed off that we even gave him the time of day on this channel and the opportunity to play for the best organization in front of the best fans of any sport in the entire world. What's your one-word reaction to Ben Simmons saying, no, I don't want to play for the New York Knicks for the veteran minimum? You guys are always so kind, nice, and really colorful and creative when I ask these questions. So let's do that. Rip him in the comment section, please. It's fitting. That's my one-word reaction. It's fitting. Like, old dogs don't learn new tricks, and Ben Simmons, he's an old dog at this point. He only knows one way to do things, the Ben Simmons way, and that's be a flake. It's what he is. Probably should have been my one word, flake. I think I've said it 47 times on today's show. Speaking of $47, what a transition that was. Shout out to me. This New York Knicks hoodie is $47. It was $80. So you can save yourself some cheddar and get yourself an awesome Knicks hoodie. It's chatsports.com/NYK hoodie/. It's chatsports.com/NYK hoodie/. That's the link. Get the hoodie. Save yourself. $33? Is that math? $33, I think so. Save yourself $33 and get swagged out for opening night. It's like less than a month away, I'm pretty sure. Or about a month away. Who knows? I'm pumped up. At this point, you got one spot left. You got one veteran minimum contract to hand out. Just go sign Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet wants to be a Knick. I want players here that want to wear the orange and blue. I want players here that want to be a part of this organization and be a part of the team that's going to put a banner in the rafters of MSG. Think about it like this. Ben Simmons turned down the opportunity to be a part of a New York Knicks championship team for the first time since 1972-1973. He's a loser. Shamet, he was solid last year. Had some ups, had some downs. Wasn't the best version of himself in the first half of the regular season where he played 15.2 minutes per game. This is a player that had a shoulder injury at the beginning of the year, had to work through that. But once he got back and was active and he was feeling good, he shot the lights out in the regular season. The final 28 games where he was a part of the New York Knicks in the regular season, when he was fully back from injury, he shot 42.5% from downtown on 4.3 attempts per game. Wasn't able to do so because the shoulder injury on the shooting arm wasn't right. Once he got healthy, got in the swing of things, got his legs under him, he was able to be a contributor from downtown. And I also love the way he's able to compete on defense. That's half the battle of being an NBA defender. Willing to do the things that are necessary to be a good defender. Move your feet, fight through screens, play physical defense. He impressed me on defense in the playoffs, especially in that series against the Indiana Pacers. He was a part of that lineup with Karl Anthony Towns and DeLon Wright, where they were essentially the Knicks' best lineup in that series. He had a defensive rating, a team high, of 100, meaning when he was on the floor for 100 possessions, the Pacers only scored 100 points. The Knicks only could hold them to 100 points every night. They would have went to the NBA Finals. I want people that want to be here. I want people that want to be a part of this organization. I want people that want to be NBA champions for the New York Knicks at all costs. And that's Landry Shamet. And that's the reason I want him on the team. It takes a special kind of person to sign up to be the 14th player on a roster, because you're not guaranteed playing time every single night. And you also have to be understanding and okay with that. And you can't let getting 5 DMPs in a row bleed into the locker room and upset yourself and upset everybody else. He's okay with that. He's liked in the locker room. He knows his role. He knows how to contribute. He knows the ins and outs of the organization. And he brings things to this team that they don't necessarily have. He's another three-point shooter that can shoot 40% from three. I think you can make the argument he's the best three-point shooter on this team outside of Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. You could use that. He could defend multiple positions. He's willing to do the dirty work. I would go out and sign Landry Shamet today. If you want that to happen, if you want Landry Shamet to be a Knick, go down right now and hit that thumbs up icon. If it's not Landry Shamet who you want the Knicks to sign, Give me a name down in the comment section, as I'm seeing something on my timeline about Landry Shamet real quick. Let me go to that. I saw. Just want to get you guys all the info. Landry Shamet has been in New York and working out, and he's hoping for a return to the Knicks. We're all hoping that you return, Landry. We'd loved having you here last year. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram @MarshallGreen_.